What's going on, guys? It's Justin here with Summit Racing. We're here with our friend Carrie, working on our 2018 Ram project. And you guys know the whole basis behind this build is to buy a late model truck instead of a brand new one and reinvest some of the money that we saved back into it to make the thing better than brand new. And one of the overlooked things is always paint and body. You never really think about that kind of maintenance that you need to do to your vehicle, and it's not something I'm very familiar with. So we brought Carrie in here with us, and he's one of our Summit guys. He does a bunch of paint and body work. So Carrie, run us through what we're gonna do to this thing today.
All right, so they brought in the looks to work on the looks. So basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing a cut and buff, or a buff on it with the cutting compound. We're gonna be doing a nice polishing. We're gonna be doing some paint correction. So where there are chips and everything, we're gonna try and work on those, see if we can get them out, get some of the scratches out of it. Just try and make it overall look like a brand new truck.
So by the time we're done, this thing's gonna be all nice and shiny, and we won't be able to walk past it without looking at it.
Pretty much, or you won't be able to walk past it and look at it. So it should be that shiny.
And this is something you can do with just a little bit of knowledge. This isn't crazy. You could do this on your own with a little bit of know-how, and we're gonna show you guys that today. So let's go through some of the products we're gonna use and get right into it.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, guys, so here's the first step we're gonna do to buffing. So to make life a whole lot easier on myself, and for those of you that haven't buffed before, this is gonna be huge too, because a lot of these edges, these sharp edges, if you've never buffed before and used the buffer like we do, you can go through this and you can burn through the clear, burn through the paint, and take it down to bare metal. So what we're gonna do, we got our tape. We are going to find the edge of the tape first. Then we are gonna tape these gaps off and the black and the stuff that we don't really wanna hit. Because if you get this on your black, it's kind of difficult to get off. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So we'll tape it off so we don't have to worry about that. And that way, these gaps that are up in here, you don't actually have to take a toothbrush and clean it out. So there we go. So that should be most of the plastic. This the gas cap door, we aren't gonna worry about because this all needs polished anyways, and that definitely needs cleaned. So we'll take care of that. All that stuff's good to go. It's time to start buffing. So what we're gonna do, I'll show you a couple little tricks I use. So on your buffer, you gotta plug it into an extension cord, of course. So what I always do is I tie them in knots, so that way when I'm rolling around or pulling the buffer, I don't unplug it, because I have that habit of unplugging it or stepping on it, and somebody I'm talking to will be stepping on the cord, and as soon as you move, you unplug it. So what you do, just tie it in a knot. Pretty simple. It's a stupid little trick I always use, but it works out pretty well. So we're gonna start with our cutting compound. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get your buffer, and most buffers and buffing pads come with a hole in the middle. That hole isn't there to make it run cooler or anything. That hole is there so you can put your finger through it, put your finger in the hole right there, and you're perfectly centered. So now you don't get that nice wobble when you're buffing. So, all right, we're gonna start with our number 1 3M compound, and we'll start low since the camera's already angled that way. As you can see, I'm already trying to unplug it. Try not to drip half of it on the floor. So when I'm putting on the compound, I just do a general amount, or a general, what looks like the area I'm gonna be buffing. So it looks like it's gonna be enough. On the first time when you do it with a new pad, I put some on the pad, and then I usually kind of fluff it in, so that way you're not starting with a dry pad either. But yeah, so now it's time to buff. All right, and always remember to wear your safety goggles. Just kidding, I'm not actually gonna be wearing this helmet, but I do have goggles to wear. So always make sure you wear goggles when doing this, because the wool, it does get in your eyes and you can scratch your eye. I've had that happen before, so I started wearing goggles a long time ago when I do this. So now it's time to start buffing. So when you're doing this, you can usually tell how close you're getting to getting it done, because if you're up close, you can see how it actually changes and shines some, and it's quite a big difference, especially with this stuff. And you can see the actual like fine hairline scratches and everything, you can see them going away, which is what we're actually doing this to get rid of. So it's perfect. But there you have it, we got half of it done. And you can see it looks kind of hazy. What that is the actual cutting compound cutting into it and leaving scratches. And then we use the finer polish, it'll get rid of these scratches and put even finer scratches in it. So, all right, now we just have a whole bunch of bed to finish. All right, so now we're on to number 3. So what you're gonna do, when you put this on, you don't have to do it you don't have to put quite as much product on as you did with number 1. Number 1, you want it kind of wet in the beginning to get it out, and then you buff it off. With this, it's not quite a dab will do you, it's more like a daub will do you. So you want to put a little bit on, because the further you get on the car, the less you have to put on, because then your pad will start getting saturated and it'll start actually working a little bit better. So, all right, let's get started. All right, so we've done our cutting compound, we've done our polishing compound. Now it's time to actually polish, to put the protection on. So we're using the Meguiar's number 26 microfiber cloth. So you'll see a lot of guys that, you know, the old Mr. Miyagi trick, wipe on or wax on, wax off. You can do that, but you know all those little swirl mark fine scratches we just got rid of? You're just gonna put them right back in, even with the microfiber. So what you wanna do, get a generous portion, and then long, straight lines. This way you don't get the little swirl mark polish marks in it. And then when you're wiping off, same thing. I mean, you can follow the body lines, but just try not to go in circles and stuff. This is also the time to get like in your gas cap door and stuff, get all your compound out and everything. All right, so there it is, put it on. Now it's time to wipe it off. You just let it haze up a little bit. Then once it hazes up, then you can go ahead with your wipe off rag and wipe it all off. All right, so there you have it. We used our number 1, number 3, and number 26. So this is what you can achieve just by, you know, a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of time. This took me a little bit of time, but this car was actually pretty scratched up. It looked like it had never been buffed or polished or anything in its lifetime. But with a little bit of time, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna finish up the rest of this thing and I'll show you what it looks like once it gets done.
So Carrie went ahead and got this thing cut, buffed, and polished, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like a brand new truck. So how did the whole job go? Is there, you know, do you have any issues or anything like that?
No, it wasn't. It actually didn't go too bad. It took a while, but because it's a, you know, massive truck. But other than that, it wasn't too bad at all. It turned out really nice. Got a lot of the hairline scratches and everything out, and it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, and you can just look down the side of this thing and see that, you know, we got rid of all those small scratches and swirl marks, and like I said, it looks like a brand new vehicle. So next up on our list is we're gonna crawl under this thing and we're gonna spray a little bit of rust inhibitor on the frame in a couple of spots to try to stop the rust before this thing is, you know, gone, because up here in the Ohio Rust Belt, we have a lot of corrosion and rust issues, and that really destroys our vehicles up here. So we're gonna hit it with some of that rust inhibiting paint so we can fluid film this thing later down the road. But yeah, let's get to it.
All right, let's get rolling.
So we're ready to start throwing our rust bullet on this thing, and you need to think about strategically painting this so you don't get it all over yourself. And you can brush, roll, or spray this stuff on, so it's pretty universal. So we're gonna start kind of in the middle of our truck and then work our way out so we're not crawling through paint trying to paint the stuff in the center. So I'm gonna crawl under here with my paint and get to work. I'm gonna go ahead and let Carrie finish this rust bullet up, and I can't wait to see the finished product and how well this protects the frame of our truck in this rough Ohio weather. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and prep for our next project, and in the next video, we're gonna be installing a Summit spray-in bed liner, and I can't wait for you guys to see how this comes out. These bed liners are absolutely fantastic. So make sure to like and subscribe to the Summit Racing YouTube channel, and as always, punch that notification bell so you always know when we post new content.